Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. It's Wednesday night. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch, it's Bose831 Gaming. And this is a continuation of Bose831 Gaming's Twitch live stream series. We're playing Farming Simulator 22 Platinum Edition. We're on the SILVERRUN Forest map, which is the base map that comes with that Farming Simulator 22 expansion pack. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving me your time. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. Without much further ado, we're going to just hop right into it. On the last episode, we were in the process of performing a harvest on field 3. And we're just going to pick up right up there from where we left off. I'm going to rehire my AI worker. And they're going to go on their merry way. They're just about finished harvesting this field. And I got my tractor and trailer nearby where we can go ahead and unload as soon as the worker finishes. They only have that last row to harvest, and they'll be finished with that field. Off camera, we also did sell a load of wood chips, and the profits from that sale of wood chips is reflected in our current account balance. As you can see, we're up to $884,000 in our balance right now. Wood chips don't sell for a lot, but they do make a little bit of money, so we have that in play. And while we're waiting on the worker to finish that last row, we're going to go ahead and turn on the wood chipper and continue that process as well. But most of these little small trees here, we're going to come back and get them with the harvester, even though some of these skinny trees are not going to give us a lot of wood, but it should still be serviceable by the harvester. This one, probably not so much. We're going to go ahead and eat it up. Alright, lift ahead. Okay, this one to my left, that's probably too skinny as well. I'm going to go ahead and chop that one up. I'll turn that one into wood chips, I should say. And definitely this small guy over here. Actually, both of these two. Go ahead and grind those up. And this one. That one was being a little bit stubborn there. And since we reached the max capacity for the, and there's a bunch of little small trees here we can kind of collect. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And we're just about ready to make a run back to the wood chip sell point. Alright. I got to get in the right position here so we can hit this stump. Let's see, let's try lower because we can't go above it. There it is. And now we lift. I should finish the rest of it off. Still a bit of a stump there, and that stump is being a bit stubborn. And we're just going to have to take our time running back and forth over this area until the stump disappears. There. Got it. And there's a whole collection of smaller trees here we can disappear. And we're going to go ahead and get those now. Alright, that's looking good. And we're going to circle back around and get these smaller trees behind me, because they definitely won't be worth the effort either. So this one right here. And probably go ahead and get this one, although we could, that one could probably go both ways, in the harvester or the wood chipper, but I don't think it would give us much money. The harvester. In fact, this whole area is full of a lot of skinny trees that are kind of questionable. So kind of on the fence on leaving some of these around, like a lot of these skinny trees behind me here. Probably won't get a whole lot off of them, but they're probably better service as wood chips. But we'll go ahead and see what kind of results we get harvesting them with the tree harvester. But not typically the proper thickness and type of trees we like to harvest with the harvester, because they're somewhat skinny, if you will. Like this one here, I already know based on past experience. Back this up. This little tree in front of me, of course, that's a no-brainer there, but I'm trying to also reference the other tree right in front of me here. Go ahead and get that. I don't think that's going to be a winner. We'll go ahead and knock that one out of the way. Yeah, like these trees here, those three in front of me, really all these trees in front of me are kind of on the skinny side, but we'll see how they play out when we come through the harvester later on. Sometimes you can get surprising results from the skinnier trees, so you don't always know, but you kind of get a general idea once you've done enough tree harvesting and enough forestry work, what trees work and what trees don't. Generally speaking, with most of the tree types in this area, we're not gonna make a ton of money off of any of them. But there are, again, like I say, some exceptions to the norm, and sometimes you don't always know until you harvest a tree, put it on a trailer, and take it to the sawmill or to the sale point to be sold, and lo and behold, the numbers don't exactly match the size of the tree. That is the case sometimes. Alright. Clearly, as you see, the tractor's having lots of trouble pulling this hill because the trailer is overloaded and the tree devourer is also overloaded. Oh, in fact, I'm just not paying attention here as I'm talking that I've been at 100% for a period of time already, so I'm wasting my time here in both scenarios. So let's go ahead and lift our wood chipper up and turn it off. I don't know how long I've been at 100%, but oh well. Let's go take a look at our sell points, and we're going down to the prices menu, and we're looking for wood chips, and let's see what sell point is offering the best price on wood chips at the moment. Looks like 402, 427, but they're going down. The rural farm is the best sell point right now. Let's So we're going to go ahead and tag that sell point, and we're going to immediately make our way over to that sell point and see what we can get. For the sale of this load of wood chips that we have currently. Like I say, wood chips don't sell for a whole lot, so it's kind of like a low risk, low reward proposition, but it's a necessary evil as far as like dealing with small trees and underbrush and that type of thing. So you can still make some money off of that stuff while not wasting your heavy equipment trying to harvest tiny trees. And still make a little bit of money off of it. And as I was indicated earlier, because I'm kind of overloaded and we're really exceeding the max power level of the particular tractor that we have right now, it's having a struggle climbing this hill with a full trailer and a full tree devourer on the front. It also has a weight and capacity to it, so we're going to slowly make our way up this hill. And once we get up the hill a bit and we start going downhill a little bit, we should start to gradually pick up speed again. And see, we got a deer in front of us and traffic behind us. And you know it's bad when the deer is outrunning the tractor. Alright, so you can see the sale point there. We're going down here now, so we're picking up speed again. And there's a sell point to my left, and we're just gonna wheel in there to the sell point. Once we get in the proper position, we can go ahead and hit the unload there, RB plus Y on Xbox, and we'll sell the wood chips that we have. But again, the tree devourer is also going to automatically unload its contents. So we're basically technically unloading from two different trailers. One the built-in storage of the tree devourer, and two the storage of the trailer. So let's see what we get for unloading both of these at the same time. Alright, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. $33,739. Not bad, not bad, but we got a deduction of $551 on my environmental score. So we definitely want to work on improving our environmental score, but we have less environmental score penalties on our production sales. And that's all part of the whole precision farming thing. And we're certainly going to be addressing all of that shortly. First thing first, let's go ahead here and bring this tree devourer set up and the wood chipper. That's basically what this is. Well, basically a wood chipper slash stump grinder. It's actually two machines kind of morphed into one. But now in the case, we're going to come back over here to the area that we just left and grind up a bunch of small trees here. I don't know, wood chipper. I don't know if I can get these trees or not. Let's find out real quick. All right. On this property. and just get as much wood chips out of this deal as we can. Keeping in mind, I'll save trees that could be better utilized at the sawmill for my harvester setup. Alright. Alright, I'll just go ahead and eat this all up. Well, that's the two trees behind me are probably be good to be harvested, but this tree here to my right, nah. So let's see. Let me get this guy here. And I know we kind of got off on a tangent here with the wood chipping, but I just want to kind of go ahead and focus on this for a little bit and get this out of the way, because then when I come back with the harvester, we'll be just straight up harvesting, loading up the trailer and taking all that to the sawmill. And you've seen me do that before on previous episodes, so you kind of have a good idea of how that all works. We'll go ahead and get that knocked out. Hopefully the train doesn't come through and blast me while I'm here. That would not be good. I want to kind of hurry up and get this knocked out before the train comes barreling through, and there it is, right on cue. Crash counter +1. That's been a while. Thankfully the train didn't knock me into Albuquerque. Just kind of got lightly pushed aside, and I didn't get completely blasted, so that's always good. And again, all I'm doing here now is just kind of pruning the forest, so to speak, getting rid of some of the smaller trees that are, for the most part, going to be a complete waste of time trying to harvest with a dedicated tree harvester. And this is all kind of like future planning for what we're going to be doing at a later time. This is kind of like prep work for when I come back and do my tree harvesting. Let's see, that little boy. Actually, all three of these are probably not even worth it. But this one, maybe because it's a little taller and thicker, but this other one over here, we'll go ahead and eat that. And you can see that it hasn't taken us long, but we're already kind of back in place with the wood chips, and already have a solid load of wood chips ready to go. We've already filled up the trailer, and now we're working on the capacity. Oops, didn't mean to get that one. That was an accident, but we'll go ahead and take it now. Part of the issue here is at capacity, this implement can be somewhat hard to drive because you're dealing with the weight of the load. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get that one. That was one that's on the fence. In fact, like I was saying, kind of referring to earlier, a lot of the trees over here are on the fence, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give a lot of these a shot when we come back with the harvester and see what they do. Let's see. There's a lot of skinny trees over here. Yeah, here's another one here. Nah, this one here is not going to do it. And that did it. We're back at capacity just that quick. I'm going to turn the harvester off. And we're going to go do another quick sale trip. And then I guess, because there's still a lot of area here where I can kind of trim, but I don't want to turn this update, while the ones with the green arrows, those prices are on the rise. So in the next update, it's been a while since I've been playing around or working on the farming side of the game, so I no longer have that stuff drilled in my brain like I typically would have, and I apologize for that. But again, we're making a little slow trek up the hill, and then once we get up the hill and reach the hilltop, we'll gradually start to speed up. When we get back to our normal operating speed of about 24-25 miles an hour. Here we go. All right, now we're cooking with grease. Heading downhill and going back to that same cell point we were at previously. I didn't put a mark on it this time because I kind of know where it's at. Alright, we have arrived. We should make a similar profit to what we did on the last sale. We'll go ahead and do that now. Get on the trailer. Right bumper Y, sell our wood chips. And this should put our bank account balance back over $1 million. Well, no, it won't. But it'll put us close to $1 million. At least at close to $500,000. Excuse me, half $500,000. But $950,000, or close to $950,000, I should say. Let's see. See if we jump past 950,000. We got it. Awesome. Well past. It's another $33,622 with a $549 environmental score penalty. Definitely want to address that environmental score penalty sooner rather than later. So that's why I say we need to hop back into the farming side of things to start addressing those penalties. So we'll do that now. That's why before I do any more wood chip harvesting, we'll focus on um, working on these farms to get these environmental scores um, a little more cleaned up, if you will. Let's see here. So we're headed back over to field 3. And you can already kind of see here some of the progress in this area, how it looks all clean now, and a lot of the work we've done already. And the area's a lot cleaner. We got some rocks that we can harvest as well. And you think wood chips are low profit? Wait till you see what we get off the rocks. But they are definitely another revenue stream, and depending on my additional plans for this area, a necessary evil, because I could probably expand this field out a little bit. We don't want to get too close to the river, but I can definitely probably after I've harvested the trees, expand the size of this field a little bit. Let's kind of see, and especially from, let's see, the back end here, if we kind of walk over here, we can't go this way because we got the house here, unless we buy the, well, we could probably sell the house and expand the field this way into some kind of regular shape. We have some leeway here to kind of expand the field. We're gonna have to get rid of this rock, clear out some of these trees. There's another rock here, and we have space in the back, so we can kind of go out. And I don't know how much wider. Let's look at this. We definitely have area in the back. Let's go. Yeah, this is a great view to kind of take a look from the take a look from the top, from the sky. Let's kind of fly out, and that's the edge of how far we can go. That's the edge of the map right there. So we can bring the field back a little bit here once we clear out all this forestry area behind it. So that's something to tally for future reference. So we can look at, once we clear out the trees here, and around here, and maybe even, if we wanted to, delete the house. Although I probably won't mess with that, because the gain is going to be minimal, because I can only have this. We're already close to the edge of the riverbank here. I wonder where, like, the person that lives here in this house, like, where do they drive their vehicle at to get out of here? Yeah, I guess technically they would have to drive around the field and come out this way, but there's no roadway here, which is weird. Maybe they're boat people, but there's no boat landing here. But we could, if we wanted to, expand this way, but we probably won't. But that's something for future consideration. But we'll definitely come through with the wood chipper, clear out the small trees, and then with the harvester, clear out the larger trees. Looking at these trees, generally speaking, there's not a lot of large trees here. These are all skinny babies. So that's going to be interesting. And like some of these tree types here with all these different irregular shapes, I'm not even going to bother with those, because those are definitely rough. In fact, I may just hit all of this with just the whole straight up tree devourer wood chip setup, because there's not a lot of profitable trees here at all. No, all of this is skinny stuff. Uh, so I'll probably eat all that up. And really, none of these trees are that great. But we'll address that down the line. Um, but we finished our first harvest on field 3. Our first harvest in this series. So let's go ahead and pop the pipe out here because there's still some grain here in the harvester. And we'll go ahead and back it up to where our trailer is at and unload this last 810 liters of sorghum that we have here. And as you can see, this harvester is not very fast, but we're making it. Alright, and I kind of overshot the mark there, so we're coming back through. Alright, that's done. We'll bring the pipe back in. I bring the harvester over to the side, excuse me, because we're done here. Now we got 17,614 liters of sorghum. And here's our situation now. We can sell that sorghum right now for whatever the current market price is for a profit as is, or we could wait until a different cycle when the sorghum might be drawing a better price. Let's see here. Right now, the sorghum is selling at market for $652 dollars per hectare, I guess. So, right now, and that price is trending down. I think I'm gonna wait and see. Let me see here. There's no. Let's go to the price fluctuations map, and let me walk you back through the whole process again. We're going to the prices menu to see the price fluctuations. We hit the X button because this is the the current situation is for sorghum. It's trending down at $652. If we go to the annual calendar, we can kind of see what the annual price fluctuations are for this crop. Oh my, that was a bad flub. For this crop, the greens are when the prices are trending up. The red bars are when prices are trending down. You can see from August all the way up to December, the price of sorghum crop trends upwards to its peak in around December or January before it starts trending downward again. So right now we're in the month of August, and again, let's pop back over to the prices. Seasonal fluctuations, we're in August. So if we store this crop and wait until around December or January to sell, which we'll possibly get a price of closer to the peak price of $927, which you see over at the far right of the chart here. Because you see the low is all the way down there at the bottom on the right hand side of the chart, and that's at the $594 price point. That's the maximum low, although as you can see from the fluctuation, this crop never goes quite to the maximum low. It kind of trends somewhere within close to that range, but kind of in the middle there. So it's probably more like at the low, probably right at probably $650 and some change. But at the peak, it says it's at $927. But as you can see, the bar doesn't go all the way to the top of the area section of the chart where it's at 927, so it's kind of sitting a little above the halfway mark. So I'd say it's probably at its peak. It's probably somewhere around $900, 850-ish. So we were going to, I think what we're going to do here is we're not going to sell this crop right now because we're not hard up for cash at the moment per se. So we'll store this crop and then come back and address selling it at the peak periods on the calendar, which is December and January. We just have to make note of that we need to check our silos for any product that we have to sell already or is ready and available to sell every month. So we're going to go ahead and take this 614 liters of sorghum that we have and store it in our grain silo for future sales. And I guess, well, I'll touch on that here once we get to the silo, because I don't think I spoke on that. There's one more point I want to make about the price charts. Alright, so we're coming up on our other operations, our main operations area here. And we're heading to our on-site silo, grain silo. And go ahead and drop off this harvested sorghum that we have here, like so. Alright, good stuff. But one more point I wanted to make about the price chart here. Again, let's flip back over to the current price. Current price is $6.52. And like I was saying earlier, I could sell it at current market, which is $6.52. But again, if we wait until the months of December or January, we're going to be making that much more profit versus you're looking at $652 now versus a price closer to up in the $900 range. It really doesn't matter where it hits within that thing because all of that's kind of random. It could be as high as the max of 927, but never really hits those peaks. But it'll be probably in the $800 to $900 range, even 6 and 7, late 7s, mid 7s, early 8s. But all of that is good. But we'll address that more, and you'll see it in action once we get to that time of the year. All right. But that operation is done, and let's go back to our field view. All right, and we want to look at now the precision farming section of the menu, and we can see here we haven't taken our soil samples for this area yet, but you can see our overall environmental score for this field right now is a abysmal 28. And we can click here and hit Y, and you can see the detail for the environmental score. And these are the elements that make the composite of the environmental score. Our nitrogen level is 9.0. Our pH value is 9.4. Weed control is 15. Soil sampling is 8.2. Tillage is 8.5. And that all is what the composition is for the 45 environmental score. Let's see. All right. As you can see, the overall environmental score for field 2 is 45. The overall environmental score for field 1 is 50. And you can see the details here on field 1. Wow, hold on, let me click on it this way. Alright. There we go, field. Alright, this thing doesn't want to act right now. Alright. How do we do this? Let's see, field 1. Environmental score details is still showing me the information for field 2 right now. Alright, there we go, field 1. Purchase all information, no. Okay, I guess I gotta be standing on it or something. Back. Let me see. Alright, doesn't want to cooperate with me right now. Screen. And I got field 1 highlighted. It's still not giving me the right thing. So pH. Alright. I don't know why it's kind of not behaving now. So let me see. Right trigger, select the field. It's still showing the 45. Let me see if I walk over here. Actually, let me do it this way. Alright, hop over here. Yeah, I don't know why that's not giving me the right information. Now from here, and then I go. Alright. Nope. Okay. Alright, still showing me 45. Okay. That's a mystery for another day. Alright, now that's completely bugging out right now. And I don't understand it. But we shall move on. Alright. And anyway, these screens are a little bit weird and crazy because if you look at it, the 28 that's showing on 3, you see the bars on 28 don't match the bars when you're looking at when you press the environmental score details key to expand the drop down anyways, because those are the actual conditions here. And you can see there's different things. The nitrogen bar is actually empty on all of these fields right now. Alright, so what do we want to address next? We need to first of all run our soil samples on field 3. And since we didn't purchase the soil information for 1 and 2, we actually did them with the sampler machine. For 3, we'll purchase the soil information straight up. And this will cost us $1,500. Service provider costs are another $1,125. So if we want to purchase the soil information, then it costs us $2,625 total. We're going to hit yes, boom, and we got our details. So now you can see on the field what the soil types are officially. This field has 3 soil types. It has sandy loam, silty clay, and regular loam. The different soil types produce different results as far as the crop yield. So you're going to get um, three different variations of crop yield for the three different sections of the field. Um, all right, and you also see the economic analysis screen also kind of shows us overall how much money we've spent in getting this field up to speed and the whole process of how much money we spent as far as managing the field slash crop. And that's a cumulative total. And you can see it already shows the fee assessment for the soil sample. We don't have fertilizer costs, but we do have fuel costs for the equipment that we use on this field already. As far as harvesting, maintenance costs for the harvester, the fees for the AI helper, and so on and so forth. So we're already at a cost of $7,023 with total earnings of $11,450 for this field. All right. Um, let's see. We discussed on a previous episode about well, our first crop is going to be barley. Um, we can't plant barley until the month of September, starting in the month of September going forward. The months for planting our grain crops of wheat or barley are in September and October, according to the crop calendar for this particular region. Um, and again, currently own the three fields on the map that are currently available at this time. Um, I still haven't decided what other crops we're going to put in these fields, but we're going to start with barley. Let's see. Let's kind of talk this out while we're here. We'll definitely want to put barley on 3 because that supports the feed that will be our chicken feed, and that'll also give us the added bonus of straw. Um, what will be our other two crops? Let's see. Um, it's like let's go back to the crop calendar here. We could do both wheat and barley in September. Then our next available crop would be won't be until February, and that would be cotton. No, we're not doing cotton. Then in March we could do oat, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, cotton again, grapes. We're not doing grapes. We don't have any orchards on this map, so but grapes and olives are available there. Poplar is available now, but we're not doing we're doing enough forestry already. Grass will be available. Grass is available starting in March as well, and pretty much most of the year round, except for the months of December through February. Um, so all right. So um, just thinking out loud here. We'll probably do grass on one of these fields and then a grain crop on the other because again everything that we're doing will be in support of animal operations. Let me see. Looking at the full crop calendar here. I can either do oat or, let's see, it's 2 grain crops, sunflowers, and we're not doing potatoes, we're not doing sugar beet, not doing sugar cane, or any of the other crops. So it's either between oat, sunflowers, or grass. If I wait another month until April, I can add corn to the mix or soybeans. But those don't give me straw, so I don't really want to mess with any of those crops yet. So it looks like the plan of attack will be barley and wheat on 2 and 3, and on 1 we'll do either oat or grass. I'm still up in the air on that. We'll probably rotate between the two. Alright, so it looks like we have a plan. So next up, we're all done with everything we wanted to handle today, because we can't do anything on these fields yet until we're ready for planting season, and then we'll get our field work started there. So we're gonna matriculate over to the farmhouse. And sleep on to the next business day. Alright. And we're now on day 2 in August. If we go back to the calendar, we still need to get to the month of September before we can get into the farming operations. So let's go ahead and tend to our animals and then move on to the next day. Priority being animals. So start with the chickens, you know the drill. Fill up with wheat. And the chickens don't take that much feed, so that ought to be plenty. Next stop, chicken pens. Alright. And that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Alright, chickens are handled. And we can go ahead and unload the unused chicken feed back into the silo. And move on to the next animal. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Next up, we're gonna tend to the pigs or the hogs. Pig food is next on the menu. So we got 9,751 liters of pig food. Next stop, pigsties. And we'll start with the back one and then work our way to the front. Alright, we'll unload our pig food. That's pig pen number 1. And pig pen number 2. Alright, and that leaves us with 875 liters of pig food, and we'll go ahead and dump that in the silo. We'll be making a pig food run on the next business day. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and unload and move on to the next crop. Next up, we want to go to our straw. Let's cycle over to our straw. And we just want to put enough in the trailer where we're not having to make multiple trips. We don't have to max it out, but we do want to get enough that we're addressing the needs of both the pigs and the cows. So once we get a full load, we'll dispense straw to both groups of animals. We grab about 45,871 liters of straw, which should be more than enough, but you never know, so let's see where we're at. But I'm sure it's overkill. Alright, so first pigsty. And the second pigsty. Circle back around. And we're done with the pigs, because the pigs only take pig food and straw. And now we're on to the cows. Cows have a number of needs, straw being one of them, total mixed ration being the second. And we buy pre-mixed TMR, but we can also mix it ourselves if we have the right crops to produce the ingredients. But currently that's not our situation, so we're buying TMR pre-made. But once we get our farm operations up and going, that could possibly change. But we'll get more into that as we get to that point. Alright, so that's the first cow barn. Let's get the second one out of the way. Alright. Alright, so the second set of cows has been fed, and now we're going to drop off our extra. Get off of there, you're going to make the whole thing fall. Alright, we're going to unload the extra straw. And next up is total mix ration. And we're going to cycle over to total mix ration. Get a full load. Unload the total mix ration. And we're going to repeat the same process for each cow barn. And drop off the leftover TMR. And that should be it for the animals, but we do need to check some things before I make that statement. Let's go over to the animals menu and take a look at where we're at. We supplied grass to the sheep last episode, so we won't need to mess with that for quite some time. Chickens are good to go. Yeah, both groups are, all four of them, I should say, both are good to go. The pig barn is maxed out on slurry, so we need to address that issue. One of the cow sheds is close to max on milk, the other not so much. We'll wait until this one is max, and we'll unload both of them at that point, wherever they might be. Both might be at that time, and then that should get them both on the same cycle as far as milk is concerned. Yeah, but right now we need to address the slurry situation with pigs, and we're going to do something that you seen me did before. We're going to lease a I think we'll lease a liquid trailer. Let me see here. What we got here? Was trying to cycle through and see what equipment I have on the farm already. Alright, yeah. So we're gonna take our TLX 2022 and head over to the shop. We're gonna lease a liquid transport trailer. We have a number of different options we can go to here. We got 51,000 liters of slurry here, and another 48,343 liters there. So let's go to our tools. Actually, we want to go to our to tools. Um, trailers. No, actually, let's go here to miscellaneous. And let's see here. We're looking for the standalone transport trailer. Where we at? Not that one. Um, Not that one. Where's the one? Where's the standalone TLX trailers at? I thought they were under this menu. Sorry, just bear with me here. No, they must be under the main trailer menu. All right, so we're going to trailers, and we're going into the mod section, and we're looking for. Do we want to do 79, 29, 12,500? That was no. We'll do this time. We'll do the TLX 2020 liquid trailer. We can lease that. We can buy it for $4,500, but we'll lease it for right now. That can hold from 5,000 liters to 25,000 liters of liquids. It transports a number of different liquid types. We just need it for slurry, and slurry is one of the liquid types that it supports. So we set it to the multi-product configuration. We want to set the capacity, or do we? Where's the option for the capacity setting at? Oh, it's right there. Slurry sprayer, multi-product tank. Yeah, when we configure it for multi-product, let's see, slurry, 25,000, multi-product, 5,000. We can set it to realistic or unrealistic. We want to set it to the unrealistic configuration for the multi-product tank. It's 5,000, 25,000. We set it to Unreal at 25,000. We're not worried about any colors or bells or whistles. We'll lease that as is. 25,000 pop. Alright. And whoops. And we're coming in hot. Turn on my beacons, lights. And now we're headed back to the farm. And we're going to the pig pens. And we're gonna grab us some slurry. And again, bear with me, it's been a while since I've used some of this equipment. So let's make sure I may have to refigure out the controls again. Let's see. Don't see any filling option opening up, so I wonder if I have to do the open cover. There we go. Yeah, open cover. Start filling. And this fill has a max capacity of 25,000 liters. So once that's filled, we're going to go ahead and close covers and head on over to our biogas, because we take over to our biogas plant so that can be processed into other materials that is sold for profit. So next stop, biogas plant. Alright, so here we are. And we're at the slurry drop-off point, our right bumper plus Y, and we're selling our slurry. We can go over here to the biogas menu under production chains to see what's happening in real time. And you can see the 25,000 liters of slurry being dispensed into the biogas plant. And you can see it updating real time. 13,339 liters. But here it is here as well. Alright, and when the unload is complete, 25,000 in, we're ready to go pick up another load. Alright, same process, rinse, repeat. Back my trailer in position. Open the cover, start filling. Alright, that's another 25,000. If we look at this pig pen, we can kind of see where we're at in the slurry. That one's almost empty, so that we got one of them knocked out, but we're going to need to knock out the other one. Oops, wrong thing, close the cover. And let's rock and roll. We're headed back over to the biogas to unload. It's going to take us a few trips to get this done, but you got the idea of the whole operation. Here we are. We're going to go ahead and unload. That's going to just take us a few minutes to drop off this additional 25,000 liters. And again, let's take a peek at the biogas to see how we're doing there. We're still quite a ways from the max capacity of the biogas. It'll probably take us 3 trailer loads before we get to the max capacity of the building storage. This will probably get us a little over the halfway point. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe even 75% through. Yeah, close to 75%. Alright, so we're good to go. Shall we dance? And we go back up and pick up another load. Alright, coming through just in time. We just missed the train coming through. Alright, pop the top. Back the vehicle into place. And start filling. Alright, that's 1,503 liters of slurry there. Now we go over to the second piggy bin. And repeat the same operation. And we can watch that real time as we go over to the animal menu. And there you can see we're starting to take some of that slurry out. Close the lids. Head back over to the sale point at the biogas plant. And this should get the biogas at its max capacity. But we're not done yet. Circle the position, unload slurry, right bumper Y on Xbox. And of course my series is on the Xbox Series X. There's enough channels out there that do PlayStation and PC already. You know, so I just wanted to add my Xbox Live series to the collection. People might be interested in seeing Xbox Series X gameplay. Alright, flip over to the biogas menu. It's not quite maxed out yet, but we're about to hit that max fill point. See which is going to get hit first, the chicken or the egg. Alright, we got that load through. So, alright, before we wheel off this time, let's just go ahead and do this too. Let's go back to the biogas menu. It's at the max capacity, 75,000. We want to go ahead and activate the slurry production. So we want to turn that on. And now in real time, this slurry will be turned into the following outgoing products: electric charge, methane, and digestate. And that will be automatically sold for a profit. Alright. So we can go ahead and grab another load of slurry. Because even though the biogas plant is maxed out right now, as it processes the slurry that it has in storage for sale, it should free up space for the additional slurry that we're about to bring to the sale point. Alright. And here's, oops, crash counter +2. Just had a brain malfunction there. Alright. Back up to the slurry unload point. Alright, and fill up on another load of slurry. And again, watching the operation real time. Alright, there's another. Alright, we got 1,326 liters left over. And we're full again. Alright, so next stop is the biogas plant once again. Alright, so got the unload operation going. And let's go ahead and look at the biogas plant real time. You can see where we've already reached the max. So now, in order to get this thing going a little faster, we're going to need to speed up time a bit. So I'm going to go over to the game settings menu, and our time scale is currently at 3x. That's our normal operation for time scale. We're going to boost that up to 120x, and you can see that the results of that real time. And we're going to leave it at that speed until this trailer is empty. Alright, that trailer's empty. Let me go ahead and get the last 1,000 liters. Alright, we're headed back to the pigsty. The pig pens to get up that last 1,000 liters, and then we'll be done with this operation. Alright, start filling. Close the covers. Alright, open cover, start filling. Alright, both pig pens have effectively been emptied. You see we got another 6 liters that have popped into the second one. So while we're here, we'll just go ahead and pick it all up. Alright, both of them empty. Close the lid. And drop off this last 863 liters. And we're gonna go ahead, I think, and do our screenshot now before I forget about it. So we're gonna disappear the help window, hide the help window, kind of zoom in a little bit. And there's a great one right there. Alright, capture. Then hop back out. I probably should have cleaned the truck up before I took that. Let's go ahead and do that now, while I'm thinking about it as well. Alright, now she's looking good. Actually, should have had the cover on the truck most of the time anyway. Because I don't really use the bed, so we could leave that covered all the time anyways. That's a better look. overall as well. Alright, so we're gonna go back to unload the remaining slurry that we have and come back to the production chain menu, look at the biogas, and you see everything's, oops, crash counter +3. Everything's operating now like it's supposed to. Slurry is being processed and sold. But before I return this trailer to the sale point, just make sure we don't have any more use for it. Now back to the shop, I should say, not to the sale point. Alright, let's take a look at our animals one more time. Alright, and we've sold all the slurry from the pig barns, the cow sheds. Again, we have both slurry and milk with the cows. We sold the slurry from the cows on the last episode. We're coming close to a situation where we're going to be doing milk sales, but again, we'll wait and do that when this cow shed is maxed out, and then we'll just sell both of them at that time and actually get both cow sheds on the same cycle, at least a cycle that's much closer than where they're at now. And we're done here, so we can go ahead and safely return the leased equipment that we have right now. Let's go down to the leased items. We no longer need the harvester. We're done harvesting any crops, so we can return all the harvesting equipment. Alright, the headers, and we could return the liquid trailer. We no longer need it, and that's it as far as leased items are concerned at the moment. Actually, we can also return, I just did realize that we can return the 30-foot flatbed bale trailer. We don't need that right now either, do we? Make sure, because we got to configure for logging, but we haven't been doing any logging for a while. We've kind of been wasting our money on keeping that leased while we're not logging. Sorry, that was a oversight on my part that I didn't even think about. Alright, well, that's it. So that's completes today's operations. Let's take a peek at our other production chains to see if there's any critical areas that might require our attention there. Bale factory is kind of chugging along. We could drop some metal off. We'll wait on that until there's more of a need for it, so we're just not wasting trips. Nothing's critical. Same with the furniture factory. No critical needs there. Flooring factory, same. Shingle factory, also the same. Art accessories, the same. Wood turner, the same. We're not going to mess with them now until they really are low, at least much lower in supplies. Don't need to mess with them right now. The sawmill is processed all of the wood that it had, so we can just turn all of these productions off until we need them again. Metal factory, we'll leave it as is for now. Don't need to do anything with the spinneries. Egg points will update automatically. Alright, have a good night. All right. See where we're at now. So we can get, we're done with everything. Oh, no, one production that we need to check is the boat. The boat yard. So we hop over to the boat yard, see what we're doing there. Now we need 2,946 liters of fabric. We have 2,900. No, we need 2,944 liters of fabric. We have 2,933. So we could stand to drop off one fabric pallet for the boat build. We'll go ahead and do that now. We'll grab TLX 2020. Grab our box of trailer. Business. Next stop, the spinnery. We're going to grab some fabric to drop off a shoe. Boat yard. Just for good measure. Gonna grab a couple of pallets, I think. I don't actually, I should probably just go ahead and grab all three. I don't know if the boat yard will take them all, but we'll give it a go. Excuse me. Well, we're going to take all three fabric pallets that are currently available. That's 3,000 liters of fabric. And we'll take that over to the boat yard. Because if the boat yard doesn't take it off, we have other sell points that we could sell the fabric at. So that's no big deal either way. So it sold all, took all the fabric. We were able to sell it for $13,473. Alright. And we can return back to our operations area with another job well done. Just go right in here. We don't need to take it to the other spot. And that's everything for today. Alright, animals are taken care of. Productions have been taken care of. So we can move on to the next business day. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Hop over to the farmhouse. And sleep the night away. Alright, well, it's a new day. We'll assess our leasing costs, our production costs, and so on and so forth. And there's great demand at the rural farm. That's actually pretty handy, because that's one of the sell points for wood chips. So we definitely want to keep that in mind. If we go over to the sales menu, we should be able to see that reflected in the prices menu as well. So let's see what that looks like. If we know the rural farm bar buys wood chips, so if we go over to the buying menu, you see actually the hotel is showing great demand right now. So I don't know if that message is correct or not, because it's showing a great demand at the hotel and not at the old sawmill. When you have a great demand situation, the buying arrow is blue, and what that basically means is that if you sell product to a sale point, what normally happens is, because you're now meeting that demand for that particular sale point, the price starts to go down as you uh, meet that demand and provide supply to that sale point. But when you have a great demand scenario, you can sell to that sale point and the price will stay the same and never change, as long as that great demand is in effect. Once that great demand goes away, and you sell to that sale point, the prices at that sale point will start to trend down, because you're supplying that sale point with the supply that it demands. And so that's the natural flow of fluctuation of prices, at least as far as it works in Farming Simulator 22. So that's a little confusing there. But we'll just kind of keep an eye on that when we get back to that point. But right now, we're just going to rinse and repeat with the cycle from the previous day, because as you see, we're still not in the month of August yet. Let me make sure we're in the month of September now, right? So let's go back and look. Okay, we're ready to start planting our barley crop. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and tend to our animals first. Get all our farming operations, our animal husbandry operations out of the way, and then we'll focus on our farming operations. So, then we only have 874 liters of pig food, so we're going to go ahead and drop that off now, because we know we're going to need to buy more pig food. So, normally I start with the chickens, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way, because we're going to have to run to the shop and get more pig food as well. So we're just going to go ahead and drop that there. And we're going to handle all of the animal ops that don't require me taking a trip to the shop first, before we take a trip to the shop. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and get the chicken feed in the form of wheat. Got a full load of wheat, and we're going to take that over to the chicken pens and feed our chickens. Alright, there's one. Two. 3. And 4. So that's the chickens. And we could dump the leftover wheat back into the farm silo. And we already know that we're going to need to pick up pig food from the shop, so we'll move on over to our wheat. Excuse me, our straw. And we drop off our loads of straw. That's 1 bucket for the pigs. Pig pen number 1. And another bucket for pig pen number 2. And next we're going to drop off straw for the cow barns. Okay, and there's the first one. And second one. As we get in position here. Just gonna carefully back up into. We hit the trigger point. Alright, so we have that's handled. And we can unload our extra straw back into the silo. And next on the menu is TMR. Total mix ration. We'll go ahead and take a max load of it. And drop that off to the cow barns or the cow sheds. Alright, there's the first one. And the second one. And down to 11,025 liters of TMR. So we're going to need to buy that probably on the next cycle for the cows. But for right now, we're good with the cows and their TMR. Turn our beacons on, and we're headed to the shop to buy our pig food. And now that we have a solid operating budget, we're going to buy a lot more pig food than we've been buying in previous efforts. So we go to the shop, go to lost my train of thought there. Apologies, folks. Where we're at. I'm going to go to objects, palettes, and we're looking at pig food. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and we're going to load all this pig food up, feed our pigs, and then drop the leftovers into the silo. But pick up 3 pallets at a time. Let me see. Oops, missed one. See if I can pull that number off again. Probably not. That was probably just luck. Only pulling 2. Just got lucky before. There it is. And that will be the last one. That's 40,000. And I want to get 50,000, so let me order 2 more pallets. Alright, so let's go to pig food 1 and 2. That's 2 more. Alright, beacon's on. Alright, that's 50,000 liters, and let's go feed the pigs and drop off our leftovers. Alright, let's start with the second pigsty. Pig barn first. Just kind of roll through. You see the trigger pop. Unload. Rinse and repeat. Alright, that leads us to 41,875 liters of pig food. And I'm going to drop that into the farm silo. Alright. That's it for the animal operations allegedly, but let's take a peek to make sure. We did have a situation upcoming with the cows. We're not quite there yet, but we're super close. On the next business day, we will be doing a milk sale. But right now, we still have some area to go before one of the cow sheds is maxed out with milk. We want to wait until we're at the max so that we can get the most money for the sale. So that's good. Let's hop over and take a peek at our production chains. And all that slurry that we delivered earlier has been sold. So we can deactivate the biogas production. And we'll take a peek at our other production chains. Barrel factory is not in the red on the metal yet. We could drop off some metal just to clear up some space there, but I'll hold off on that for a little bit before we do that. Furniture factory is good. Flooring factory is good. Oh, we're getting low in planks here. Shingle factory, good, but until they're in the yellow or the red, we're not going to mess with them right now. Same thing with the wood turner and pet accessories. Old sawmill. We know what the situation is with the iron furnace. Spinnery is automatic. Don't need to do anything there. Same thing with the egg shipping. All right, so we're good, and we're ready to move on to the next phase of our operations. Again, going back to the calendar, we are now ready to at least start doing some crop work. I said our first crop we were going to address is a barley crop, and we're going to do that on, I think we'll put the barley on field 3 starting out. Alright, and let's take a look at that field. Right now you can see where the going to the precision farming menu, we already took a look at the soil information. Now we want to tab over to the pH balance of the soil. And you can see right now all areas on field 3 are in the yellow. We want to get everything into the green or the blue. For the nitrogen, all the nitrogen is in the red. Same thing here. We want to get all the nitrogen level into the green, and we want to get the crop yield in the green. We don't have any crop planted yet, so we're not going to have anything there. Same thing for seed rate. So we're ready to start our crop operations. One of the things about the way precision farming works is you get penalized for plowing. So if you do have to plow a field, which is part of the process of farming, you want to use plows that don't dig as deep into the ground. And the way precision farming works, it takes all that into consideration, how much plowing you do on the field, what type of plows you use, and so on and so forth. And that's all kind of summarized in your environmental score that we looked at earlier. And right now, as you can see here, our environmental score for this field is abysmal. Don't even want to look at it again right now. All right, but we're coming up on the end of tonight's episode now. But when we come back in on the next episode, we will pick up a seeder and start getting our barley planted and start getting our field seeded, fertilized, plowed, seeded, fertilized, so on and so forth. We're going to use a no-till plow for our planting operation, so we won't even have to plow the field. And we just need to fertilize the field and get the crop down, and we'll take it from there. And that's about going to wrap it up for tonight. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your support and continued support. This has been another episode of Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch. And this is another episode of my Twitch live stream series in Farming Simulator 22 SILVERRUN Forest map. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you don't. But either way, let me know. These episodes will be uploaded to my YouTube channel in their entirety as soon as I can. And the same rules still apply there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube uploads. I'm Bose831 Gaming on all the major social media, well, most of the major social media platforms. Twitter, Twitch. I refuse to call Twitter X. I'm still going to call it Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth. And that's all I got for right now. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's see. And that's all for tonight, folks. And I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone. Okay.